Since the release of Generation 2, everyone's been wondering, what is the rarest Pokemon in Pokemon Go? Is it the impossible to catch Togetic? Or the seemingly impossible to find Tyranitar? Or is it the actually impossible to find legendaries? Nobody knows.
But today, we actually do know. A very interesting article has been published by people over at the Pokemon Go Hub, which confirms the most rare Pokemon you could find in the wild. They have like 6 million Pokemon cataloged. That means that 6 million Pokemon that were caught were like kept track of, which is insane. But they did figure out what the rarest Pokemon in Pokemon Go are and which Pokemon are not currently spawning. And this is going to answer a lot of questions that you probably have, because everyone wants to know what is the rarest Pokemon, because obviously Togetic is one of the hardest to find in the wild. Tyranitar is impossible to find, and the unknowns are in Pokemon Go. But which one is the rarest and which Pokemon are not even spawning? We're going to be talking about all of that and a little bit more in today's video, and also going to the one place that has the most rare spawns that we know of, the Santa Monica Pier. I know we just went to the Santa Monica Pier and I said we probably wouldn't be back for like a week and a half or 2 weeks, but we're going today because we're talking about rare spawns. And if you want to go somewhere for rare spawns, where else am I gonna go, really? So let's go talk about the rarest spawns in Pokemon Go and hopefully catch some of our own. Okay, the other day I was driving on the freeway and a rock hit my windshield. This is, the glass is coming off. Look how bad that is. That is horrible. This is it compared to my finger. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so we're actually getting my car washed right now, even though it needs a lot more than just a car wash. But since this is gonna take about 40 minutes because I'm getting the inside clean too, I figured we'd talk a little bit about this exciting stuff. Also, there's a stop here that I probably could have and should have lured up, but my car's about to be done, so I'm really regretting that now. But this will be our 6-day streak catch. I spun the stop, did not get an item. But let's talk about the rarest Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So Pokemon Go Hub has had a database of catches collected at about 1.8 million. 1.8 million catches collected in a database. That's nuts. And then recently, a casual 4.2 million more encounters were added to their database. So a total of 6 million encounters, 6 million wild Pokemon encounters are in the database. Ooh, nice. There's the 6-day streak, 650 XP. I like it. So the information they possess is totally legit. With 6 million encounters, it's hard to not be legit. And with all this information, they were trying to answer 3 main questions. Which species of Pokemon do not spawn in the wild? Which species are confirmed unobtainable? And which species are considered the rarest in Pokemon Go? And they answered all these questions very accurately. And actually, I do think my car is done. So let's grab that, go to the pier, and finish talking about all this very exciting stuff. It's a windy day in Santa Monica today, so we're going to talk about the first little bit in the car. We're going to start off talking about Pokemon species that do not spawn in the wild, and we are also tracking, there's a Wobbuffet over there that I really want to get. Let's hope he's still there by the time we're done with this, because we'll go straight to him. But species that cannot and will not and do not spawn in Pokemon Go. The first one, very obvious, legendary Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon, the code has been in the game for legendary Pokemon for a long time, but for them to drop, there's going to have to be a legendary Pokemon event that is in the works. Niantic is planning that out. They're getting that ready. And if you guys remember the John Hanke interview, he said that legendaries, including Mew and Mewtwo, might be coming out this year. More specifically, like, to expect something about them this year. So 2017, we might actually have legendaries, but as of now, they're not spawning. And they're not at Area 51. They're not on Mount Everest. Seen a lot of stupid videos about catching legendary and Mewtwo and all that BS. It's all fake. Also, Chikorita right here. That's what I'm talking about. Don't even have to leave my car, bro. We got the Pineapple Air on this bad boy. Throw a little Ultra Ball action, and then hopefully we can knock this down in one hit. Second, baby Pokemon are not spawning in the wild. The only baby Pokemon is the Togetic, and I guess it's not a baby, it's an evolution. One hitter quitter on the Chikorita, and we got double candies for this bad boy right here. So now at 86 Chikorita candy. Still need to go to IV Chick. Oh! as I say it. Same thing happened with the Totodile. I was like, oh, I need a good IV one. And then as I was saying that, I got a good IV one. So this Chikorita has wonderful IVs with good HP and attack, perfect HP and attack stats. So even though it's only 361 CP, we'll definitely be evolving this one unless we find a better IV, which I doubt is going to happen because this is like pretty high in itself. And we'll have to power it up eventually. But nice, let me favorite that. Yo, good IV Chikorita. You can find Togetic in the wild. That's Togepi's evolution, but you cannot find any of the other baby Pokemon in the wild. Third, Pokemon that require an evolution item. These Pokemon include Slowking, Politoed, Kingdra, Porygon 2, Steelix, and Scizor. I think that's, yeah, it's all of them. Those Pokemon you cannot and will not find in the wild. And because of one obvious reason, you need an evolution item to evolve to them, so they're not going to give them to you for free. I'm assuming eventually you'll be able to encounter them in the wild, but for now, you know, with Gen 2 just being released, they're not going to allow it. Although Pokemon you can evolve to that do not require an item, like Crobat, Hitmontop, and Blissey, those three are encounterable in the wild, so you can find those guys. And then lastly, number 4, 2 Pokemon that are technically should be in the game, but Niantic's probably saving for, oh, the Wobbuffet fled. We have 2 minutes. We're not going to make it. Delibird and Smeargle, both Pokemon that should be in Generation 2, but I'm assuming Niantic is holding off on them because there's going to be a special event. Delibird, being the little present throwing thing he is, I'm assuming Christmas. But Smeargle, I have no idea why he's not spawning or where he is. Maybe an Easter event because he like paints things and you're supposed to paint eggs for Easter. I don't know. But those two you cannot and will not find in the wild. So that's it for Pokemon species that you cannot find in the wild. Let's go find some Pokemon, some rare boys. Ooh, Charmander. I haven't seen Charmander in a minute. And talk about the next very exciting topic, unknown Pokemon. Oh, actually, wait, before we leave the car, there's a Cyndaquil at this stop, right? Okay, it's gonna be a good day in Santa Monica. Hopefully it's gonna be a good day. Last time we came here, we caught a Typhlosion and a 2800 Dragonite. So we're starting off just like how we started off last time, catching a bunch of starters and then getting to the big stuff. So I mean, Chikorita and then now a Cyndaquil, one-hitter quitter. Let's go, boom. Really good way to start. I don't know, guys. Today might be another crazy adventure for Santa Monica. Now up to 80 Cyndaquil candy, and we have evolved already to a Typhlosion. Oh my god, speaking of rare spawns, we found our first ever wild Togetic. This is one of the rarest Pokemon in the game. Oh my gosh, wild Togetic. So the catch rate for these originally, oh my, this is gonna take forever. The catch rate originally for a wild Togetic was a 1%. Now I think it was raised to a whopping 5 or 10%. Wow, wild Togetic. Let me know in the comments if you guys have found a wild Togetic before, because it is ridiculously rare. Now, the thing here is, when you find a wild Togetic, you don't know which berry to use, because a Pineapple Berry, Togepi candy is hard to get. Nanab Berry, this thing dodges around a ton, and then Raspberry, it's one of the hardest Pokemon in the wild to catch. So we're gonna Raspberry Ultra Ball this. You know what? We're gonna throw a Raspberry Pokeball because I'm feeling myself, and then if we don't get it on this, then we'll go to Ultra Balls. Okay, Raspberry Pokeball on a wild Togetic, first ever wild Togetic. It's gonna run. It's gonna run, I feel it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. No, 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 no. Woo. This is gonna take a lot. I've heard a lot of stories about these taking like up to 50 or 60 balls to catch, so we've got a couple hundred. That was horrible. We got 152 Ultra Balls, so we definitely have more than enough to catch this thing. But I cannot believe, we're starting off the day with a wild Togetic, dude. You understand how rare that is? Oh my gosh, yeah, this is gonna take a long time. Oh, we got it. Well, I wasn't even looking. I was tweeting out the picture of that. Oh, I can't believe we just caught a wild Togetic. Yo, do you understand how hard this is? 1 to find and 2 to catch. We got Extensory and Aerial Ace. I don't even care about the movesets, dude. 765 CP on our first ever wild Togetic. Oh my god. And we're back up to 6 Togepi candy, which is awesome. But do you understand how rare this is? What the heck, dude? That's insane. Let me finish tweeting this out. Wow, wow, mind blown. Okay, let's move to the next catch, whatever it may be, and talk about the unknowns. Okay, I found one of the least windy places at the pier, actually underneath the pier, where we'll talk about our next topic, unknowns, and catch our next rare catch, a Cyndaquil. This is why my Cyndaquil candy keeps filling up. Okay, unknown Pokemon. Yes, they are spawning in Pokemon Go, and yes, they are actually confirmed the rarest Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Listen to this. Out of 6 million recorded Pokemon sightings, only 1 unknown was spotted. I think the official or unofficial or calculated spawn rate for unknowns are 1 in a million. So for every 1 million Pokemon spawns there are, 1 of them will be an unknown. Out of those 6 million sightings, Larvitar was seen 382 times, Tyranitar 3 times, Miltank 17 times, and then unknown once. Which means the unknown Pokemon are the rarest out of any Pokemon in the game. So if you have one or you found one without spoofing, you're a wizard. Also get the Cyndaquil, that's another 6 candies. Okay, let's find another catch and talk more about this. Also, once again, we have a wild Pope Dave.
Yeah!
How are we doing today?
Good, man. Windy day, but good
Yeah,
day.
it's a really windy day. You know what? Wild Togetic though, so the wind's bringing in the good luck.
I saw you got some crazy stuff the other day.
Bro, let me tell you, it was nuts. But yeah, hey, Pope Dave right here. Actually, before we talk about the next topic, we have a 10K hatching right now, which I haven't hatched in a minute. So Gen 2 10K, let's see what's it gonna be. Gen 2? Oh my god, dude. This is the 4th Pineco that I've hatched out of a 10K. We're now at 145, listen to this, 145 Pineco candy, and I've only caught 1 in the wild. We can almost evolve to 3 Fortress, and I do not have 1 in my Pokedex, so that was a fun little 10K. Also, there is a Granbull. Not gonna catch it. I'm at a loss of words for the spawns today at the pier. We have a Dratini, Totodile, and Teddiursa. We're gonna go for the Totodile just because that's the rarest here. Well, Dratini's rare, but Totodile's like, you know, rare Gen 2. And let's talk more about the unknowns. It would take you an average of 100 unknowns to get all 26 variants. And again, that was by Robbie D85 of the Sylph Road. Got the Totodile, one hitter quitter, that's double candies. We're at 150 Totodile candies, so for Alligator, I promise, coming soon. Dratini next, then Teddiursa. When catching unknowns, the likelihood of duplicates increases exponentially as you catch more. So the more unknowns you catch, the more likely you're gonna find the same ones, which really sucks considering their spawn rate is like 1 in a million. One hitter on the Dratini, and also, by the time you have 13 different letters, you'd only be about 17% of the way there. Oh my god. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't even seen one on scanners, radars nearby, nothing. So catching all 26, forget about it. That's something that's gonna take like over a year of constant searching to do. But who knows, maybe with all these world travels I'm planning, we'll find some. Maybe Niantic will spawn some on our meetups. Hear that, Niantic? That's what you should do. Listen to this. The true halfway point is once you've caught 23 unique unknowns. You're halfway to getting all of the unknowns once you get 23 of them. Oh my god. The last 3 will most likely take you just as long as the first 23. That is insane. Well, hold on. This is a recurring theme because 37 is the halfway point to level 40. It's not level 20. Level 20 is not even close to the halfway point to level 40. So Niantic used the same mechanics when coding the unknowns, which is a little bit annoying, but it makes sense. It makes it more challenging, but damn, dude. 100 encounters. That is absolutely insane. All right, let's hit the end of the pier. And up next on the list of very rare catches for today, we have a Ledian right here. What the heck, dude? I think there was a Mischievous over here earlier, and it might have just spawned, but I'll take a Ledian. This is actually the second one we found in the wild. The first one was in San Francisco, so one hitter quitter on it though, that's nice. TP was pretty low, only 683 with Struggle Bug and Silver Wind, but Wild Ledian. It is windy as hell, but we have 2 Totodiles spawned right here. And also I caught 165 CP Magikarp, I'll show you, with good IVs. Today has been insane. It's a Monday too. It's like midday Monday and it's windy. There's not a lot of people here. Just the Pokemon Go gods are shining their light upon me. I think there's people behind me staring at me. I see you. One hitter quitter on the Totodile. Nice. Number 1. Now at 156 candy, and then we have a second.
Holy shit, bro, it's a Dragonite.
Holy shit, bro, there's a Dragonite. What kind of shoes are they wearing? You see fans? Totodile number 2. Insane day, bro. And then now, I know this isn't as rare as everything we've been catching today, but we got a Fanfy, which is still pretty rare. At least to me. I don't catch a lot of these out here. So we do have, again, remember, our Dawn Fan we caught actually on the pier over that way. So this is good candy to get. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got it. Sweet, Fanfy. How much candy do we have for the Fanfy? We've got 32 out of 50, okay. Terrible IVs, still need a good IV. And another starter in the bag, we have another Cyndaquil. We're gonna have so much Cyndaquil candy, dude, oh my god. We're gonna be able to evolve to another Typhlosion before we get our Meganium. This will probably be one of the final catches, unless after this you might see a clip of me sprinting towards something. But we're gonna leave pretty soon here because my buddy actually is moving back in. If you guys remember Hurley, he's moving back in my place for about a couple weeks, and then he's getting his own place here in Los Angeles. He's moving from like, holy moly, somewhere else. Antarctica, Madagascar he's moving from. So it'll be good to have him back in town, but he is coming in tonight and I kind of need to like prepare my apartment for him. But so far, if we don't catch anything else, what a day at Santa Monica.
Me and you could do the most. Hop on the E-way and get ghost. Hop on the E-way and get ghost. Ain't no Wi-Fi. All we got is spinach but no Popeye. Spinach but no Popeye.
We ain't got no Wi-Fi. All we got is spinach but no Popeye. Everybody sky high. We ain't got no Wi-Fi. All we got is spinach but no Popeye. Spinach but no Popeye.
Okay, I'm back in my car and I'm just realizing everything you saw me catch was in the span of about an hour. I've only been here 1 hour and I caught all that crap. Now, what Pope Dave said, and I think it might be true, because the Snorlax event is happening in Japan, there's a lot of salty people in the US. Remember that the Snorlax event is because in Japan, there's a humongous committee dedicated to Pokemon Go, and there was a big earthquake that broke and messed up a lot of things. So they're basically trying to get those Snorlax and Lapras events out there so that the tourism is up, more money's made out there, and they can rebuild after the big natural disaster. Which, if you ask me, is awesome. But a lot of people in the US have a problem with it because they're like, oh, we don't get Snorlaxes. Calm down, I bet you have a Snorlax. But I think in what Pope Dave said is that maybe they brought up spawns, they improved spawns in the States and maybe everywhere else because people were complaining about, you know, the lack of Snorlax events. So let me know in the comments if the spawns in your area have improved over the last couple of days, because in Santa Monica, they definitely have. But wow, what a successful hour. Let's head home. Can we just look at and admire this recent for a second? Remember, everything here is in about an hour, starting at the Chikorita. That was the best hour Pokemon ever, bro. The wild, I just want to stare at this for a minute. The wild Togetic. I can't, we literally were talking about how rare these were at the beginning of the video before I even knew I was going to catch it. And then we caught one. The luck of that is insane. Also, I have a cough drop in my mouth, so sorry if that's like a little annoying. But oh my god, yo, what an awesome little adventure for Pokemon, and some awesome news from the Pokemon Go Hub. Remember them, their link to their Twitter and the link to the article is in the description. Go follow them on Twitter. They're almost at actually 10,000 followers, big 10K. Get them there. But they got news blasting out like crazy this week. Tomorrow's video will also be surrounded around a news article from the Pokemon Go Hub. A lot of really exciting stuff happening news-wise this week. But that right there, that Pokemon, this guy is going to be the highlight of the week. That is such an insane catch. That is as rare, I think, as a Tyranitar. Definitely not as rare as an Unknown, but this is like, that's one of the rarest catches. It's Wild Togetic, one of the rarest things you can find in the wild. So that is insane that we got one. But that was today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and let me know two things. One, have you ever encountered a Wild Togetic? And two, are the spawns in your area better? Have you noticed improved spawns in your area due to maybe the Snorlax event happening in Japan? Niantic's like, yo, the rest of the world, we got you with better spawns. Let me know in the comments, but I'll see you guys next video. Love you all. Peace out.